The looming threat of a government shutdown is closer to being averted as the Senate passes stopgap legislation to keep things running at least through December 16th. The rare bipartisan compromise includes billions in military assistance for Ukraine, but no money for vaccines, testing, and treatment for COVID or monkeypox. Joining us now, Senator Cory Booker. Senator, good to have you with us tonight.
It is really, really good to be here, Lori, with you again.
All right, let's first address this stopgap measure, at least to keep the government going, but so much money being allocated to Ukraine, but back here at home, not for vaccines and testing. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm frustrated. Obviously, Democrats tried to increase resources to deal with the continuing challenges we're facing in our area hospitals when it comes to COVID, when it comes to monkeypox. We did win some wins for New Jersey and New York, like a significant increase for what's called LIHEAP funding, people with the rising energy costs to help get some support for that. And so there were some victories in the CR, but this is just kicking the can down the road a few months until we can actually do a full budget and priorities that Democrats have, from lowering healthcare costs, prescription drug costs, preparing for challenges with the pandemic and more. We're hoping to get those in.
Let's talk about down the road, midterm elections. Any predictions? Can the GOP take it back? Can the Democrats hold ground?
Well, I'm running all around the state of New Jersey and then out there running around campaigning for senators, from Raphael Warnock in Georgia to Mark Kelly, who has some Jersey roots, out there in Arizona, to try to make sure Mitch McConnell does not take control of the Senate. And I think people should understand, especially as they're looking at their House of Representatives votes, it's both Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and others have said if they get in control, they will try to pass a national abortion ban, which would mean the federal law would affect what's going on in New Jersey and New York. We've seen the extreme levels that they want to go to take away rights we've earned a long time ago. And we've got to make sure that in our states, New York and New Jersey, we understand what's on the ballot. Freedom is on the ballot. Protecting a woman's right to choose is on the ballot. Preventing the criminalization of women who make their own decisions is on the ballot.
I know you were just at the White House for a conference that addressed hunger and nutrition and health. You took a leading role in this. And I think since the pandemic, we really have heard so much more about food insecurity. Tell us about it.
Well, we know that food insecurity is real, and we need to help people get more access to healthy, nutritious, affordable foods. But we also have a twin crisis that we don't talk about enough in our country, which is the explosion of diet-related diseases. Half of our population in America right now is diabetic or pre-diabetic. And for black and brown populations, you know that black folks are 77% more likely to get diabetes and twice as likely to die of it. And so when we see that almost one out of every three of our government dollars is not being spent on infrastructure or science and education, it's being spent on healthcare, because we have such a proliferation of diet-related diseases. And most Americans don't know, you know, one of the reasons why is we subsidize these empty nutrition, sugar-filled foods, and only 2% of our ag subsidies goes to fruits and vegetables, which we're told to eat the majority of. And so we're trying to change that.
Not to mention, a lot of times, as you say, black and brown people don't even have access.
Yes.
Don't have the right grocery stores, the right fresh produce to be able to even have it available.
Yeah, we do everything in our government to subsidize, drive down the costs of the unhealthy food, make them proliferate, but we don't do enough to expand access to affordable, healthy, nutritious foods.
You know, this is my last week. Tomorrow's my last day. And when we were talking about who we wanted to have on as a guest, you were at the top of the list. So I'm just glad, because I know how busy you are, that you could squeeze it in to be here with
Lori,
us today.
You have been a force in our region, and we need more trusted voices, and you've been one of those for many, many years. You've been in my life since the beginning of my political career of service, not only as somebody who's been interviewing me, but you're somebody I've turned to as a trusted source for the news. I am heartbroken. You heard me, I was teasing you before the cameras came on, that I'm singing all my sad songs right now about losing you. You're leaving me on a midnight train.
Oh my goodness.
Don't leave me this way. Turn around. So I just want you to know I love you. I'm grateful for you. You are a service to New Jersey and our entire metropolitan region. You're one of our greats. I'm wishing you the best. I'm sorry you're going, but I want to thank you for years and years of service. You are a fundamental part of what it means to have a great democracy. It's really our First Amendment is having a great free press that asks tough questions but delivers helpful, useful, truthful news. Thank you.
All right, you've touched my heart. I'm getting ready to cry, so I am going to say just thank you very much, Senator, and it's always great to have you on and to have interviewed you over the years. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.